Hey guys, Chris here, back from CNH Mall. You got a quick video here for you. We got a treat for you today here. We got a vintage 1980s Cub Cadet Hydro 1420 model specifically for that. So this is a older vintage machine. I think this is like a 19 or early 80s model. I don't have the actual specs and date of manufacture, but we'll give you the information, and you can possibly look up yourself if you want to do that. This is the Hydro 1420. As it has on the designation, Cub Cadet Hydro 1420. This was actually their better type right here for that, because it does have the hydrostatic transmission in here. It's not their bottom of the line machine here for reference points. And this one also has the Kohler Magnum 14 engine on here as well too. This one has the twin opposed Kohler Magnum 14 horsepower engine. This one also has full pressure lubrication, because you have the good old Kohler yellow oil filter down here we had to install on here for that. So this one has the high performance yellow one here for reference points as well too. So we did a boatload of work this machine. It's basically been over our shop for probably about 2.5 weeks, because the customer unfortunately left this machine in their storage garage for probably about let me think, it was probably about 5 to 10 years. I honestly don't know how long it was specifically, but it was for at least 5 years, because they had a huge rat's nest underneath the actual cover right here for reference. This whole engine, the entire shroud, we took the shroud off in this machine. This entire shroud was just packed with what we'll call like cotton or some kind of a gauze or something, like some kind of a mouse was living in there, and it was just it basically stunk of pee, and the whole thing was just absolutely packed entire with all the cooling fins down. So I honestly could not believe how bad it was, because the whole entire area, all the way down here, all the way around, and whole inside, it took me and my father here about 2 solid hours to even clean the whole entire thing out on here. It just stunk and stunk of ammonia and pee right there for that. But got the machine running over here, and we finally this is like you know, the day its machine's almost ready to go back to customer, and we finally got the machine running, and we had to do a boatload of work on it. We had to do the complete tune-up on there. We had to do the, let me see what else we had to do on here. The one tire, it was not sealing right in the front. The deck, we had to we had to fix the deck on here. It needed a new spring cable for the tensioner for the pulley underneath there. Unfortunately, the older tensioner underneath the deck, they have a pulley system underneath here. I don't know if you can probably see it, but let me see if I can get the lever down here. You have a pulley system underneath this deck on here, and has a tensioner pulley right under here with my fingers. I'm sorry I can't show it to you, but it is down here. The spring was missing. That thing had to be replaced. We had to sharpen and balance all 3 of the blades on the machine's deck underneath here. We had to replace a new solenoid. The old solenoid was totally bad. It's underneath the battery compartment over here. We had to put a new battery. So we had to put a new battery, new solenoid right there. We also had to put new crimpings here for the wire, because the old wire was basically coming off on it. It was just totally rotted off because of the age of the machine. And it was just totally shot. This thing was just like left in some kind of a garage for like, I don't know how many years. I honestly don't know, because the guy told me it was his father's machine, and the father basically died, and he basically willed to his kids out there for that. So let me give you another side shot over here as well too. What I should do is probably move this thing out of the way here and fire it up here before we can get this thing running here, so I can get it out of the way over here, because I got a bunch of crap just sitting around over here. So we'll give you a shot of the engine over here, and the details of the manufacturer's ID tag. So here's the manufacturer's identification tag right there. So you get a better shot. There you go. There's the model number and serial number, and the manufacturer date code right down there. So let me wipe this thing off a little bit more. Zoom in here for that. Doesn't want to focus too good, so we'll try back it out just a little bit more. There you go. So there you go. There's all your information right there. Cub Cadet, Cleveland, Ohio. And even the deck has its own model number and serial number down here as well too. On these older ones, the tag will be on the lower left hand corner of the piece right here. This one says 44 LT deck, and it has the model number right here, and it has the serial number directly below that as well too. So you have your model number and type on the first line, the Cub Cadet name, and you have your serial number directly below that as well too on that specifically. So here's the other side of the engine right here. Got the Kohler Magnum, got your starter over here, got your carb over here as well too. There's your carb, so you can get a better shot for that. There's your carb assembly. Had to get a new linkage cable. This thing also needed a new choke linkage cable on here as well too, but this thing was totally shot. They have a goofy way of rigging these things, guys, unfortunately. This thing got to be snaked all the way around here, up through here, and it comes up through the back of the middle compartment right up here into the actual control panel. So that's where it's at on there. So here's the front end of the machine. There you go. There's a vintage 1980s machine. And we'll go ahead and fire it up over here for you. Yeah, these ones have a unique sound to them over here, these twin opposed engines like Briggs and Stratton does over here. So we'll go ahead and fire this sucker up here and put the deck all the way up. Got a nice good handle right here for that. So let's see how it goes. The brakes on. Let's put the throttle all the way up and pull the cable off the choke, and we'll turn the ignition on down here as well too. So let me get that shot down there for it. There we go. Take the brake off. There we go. And we'll go ahead and engage the transmission. There we go. Good, park it right here. Put the brake back on. Get out of the way. There you go. I'm going to go and show you the engine. There's your Magnum 14. Put on low speed. There's low speed. Got a nice good idle right there. Whenever we first picked the machine up, the machine did not have any gasoline whatsoever in it, so the tank was basically bone dry. And after we put some gas in there and finally fixed the electrical problems and also fixed the choke, the machine fired up in about a couple seconds crank with some new pure gasoline, not E10 ethanol, pure straight gas. So we'll go ahead and gun it up here. It's high speed, running great, absolutely great. Let's check the gauge out over here for the amps. Amp gauge is working on there. That looks good. And you also have a cluster here for your other gauges as well too. It has a bunch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 6 idiot lights right here in the front of the dash. And down here is your throttle assembly. You got the turtle for slow. And you have the rabbit for fast up here as well too. Down below, you have your PTO for your engagement of your deck assembly to turn the blades. Right here is your choke. Your ignition switch is right here on the right. And over here is your PTO lever for your transmission to engage and disengage the hydro. In order to go fast, you simply push it up. So you push the thing up to go fast, and you push it back to go reverse. So whenever you try to engage the reverse when it's parked, your idiot lights light up on the dash. So we'll show you that here right here. So engage that, see, it's going right there. It says in reverse gear, do not engage PTO. So you highlight that right there. So you can zoom in on and show you that. There you go. Do not engage PTO in reverse gear when the transmission lever is going to the reverse position as it is right there. I'm barely pushing it down right there, so it's barely contacting. So the machine runs great now. Go ahead and gun it up here a couple more times. Everybody loves seeing a machine getting gunned up, so we'll do that for you guys right here. We'll engage the deck here as well too. Get up on the machine. Gun the engine up there a bit. And we'll do the gauge. We'll do the blade. Running great. And there's your idiot light. Turn it back off. So the decks work good. We'll do the choke here for that so we can show the choke's working. Just choking the engine on there. And we'll drive it around a little bit here. Put that cover back down. And we'll put the brake off here again. Brakes up. Machine's ready to go. So you gotta give it some gas. Put it all the way to the top. Okay, let's engage the transmission. Now we're moving. We'll put it in reverse here. There's reverse down here. And move it back. There's forward. Stop it again. Put the brake back on. Good, shut down again. So the machine's ready to go back to the customer. Good old Cub Cadet Hydro 1420. And that's a working version right there after it has been gone over, because me and my father has been working on this thing for probably the past, I'd say about, we've been working on and off for probably about a week and a half. We had to order parts for it, stop, order more parts for it, stop again. And we finally got the thing ready to go right now, so it's running to our satisfaction, and it's ready to go back to the customer, and they should be satisfied with the repairs, and they should not have any kind of problems with it from this point on, as long as the machine is maintained and not left in any kind of long-term storage for the machine. So we'll give you a shot of the front of the engine again here. Here's your front of the machine. Here's a side shot. Good old Hydro 1420. Here's the bottom of the deck. Here's the back seat. And these ones have a unique muffler system on there. They have the muffler coming right out of the side of the actual casing, or whatever you want to call it right here. So this is your muffler hole on the exhaust system right here for that, coming right out of the side of the casing right there. And we'll give you a shot of the deck assembly over here as well too. And here's a shot of the other side of the muffler right there. It's coming right out of there. And here's your deck. Here's your deck, 44-inch deck. 44. And here's your deck information right there. off up here. So the machine's ready to go back to the customer. Sorry about the camera not wanting to focus. Anytime I move this thing up and forwards on it, doesn't want to focus too good out there for it. But this thing's an old piece of crap. So that's the deck assembly right there. It has the model number right there listed on there. 44-inch deck, LT deck on here. 39219044 LT right here with the serial number 268038 right there for the actual serial number for that. So my camera is focusing now, so sorry about that. There you go, guys. So there's the information right there specifically for the deck. This thing doesn't want to focus too good when it's trying to look at something like that. Sorry about that. There you go. That's a better shot. Sorry about that. There you go. So the machine's ready to go. So there's another side shot for you. This is the vintage 1980s version. 1420 hydro from the Cub Cadet manufacturer. Before, I believe this is before they actually became bought up and by MTD, because I think they got bought up by MTD. I think it was in the early 90s, I think. So if I screwed that thing up, just feel free to correct me if I have a not correct information about when Cub Cadet was actually purchased by MTD Corp. I'll see you guys. Have a nice day.